The Bill Gates and Elon Musk reconciliation. Have you heard about the reconciliation between the giant tycoons Elon Musk and Bill Gates? Are you interested in knowing about the new cooperation between Microsoft and SpaceX and what it could mean to you? Stay tuned to get an awesome new update. Welcome to the World Econ News. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel, like this video, and hit the notification button to get updates and information about the latest international economic news items. I will first talk about the feud. Yes, the feud between Tesla's Elon Musk and Microsoft's Bill Gates. You see, the two possess many similarities, including being super rich, innovative, caring about humanity, and they are indeed the masters of their unique business kingdoms. Yet since 2020, the two clashed head-to-head in an unfriendly yet funny game of disagreements. Bill Gates might have started this feudal fiasco when something slipped from his lips that wasn't cool about Tesla's cars. In February 2020, Gates said during an interview that while Tesla had helped to drive innovation and adoption of electric vehicles, he recently bought a Porsche Taycan. And guess what? Of course, Elon Musk got the news and didn't spare any time responding by utilizing his weapon of choice, Twitter. He greeted that his conversations with Gates had always been underwhelming. From there, things went downhill. Okay, to be honest, the two were kind of cute in their feud. Musk was tweeting away about Gates while cracking jokes, while Bill Gates was hitting back in a rather more serious manner. Here are some of Musk's tweets about Bill Gates. "Billy G is not my lover," and "The rumor that Bill Gates and I are lovers is completely untrue." Gates hit back during an interview with CNBC. He utilized some of Musk's comments about COVID-19. He implied that Musk shouldn't be speaking about the pandemic at all. Gates said, "Elon's positioning is to maintain a high level of outrageous comments. He's not involved in the vaccines much. He makes a great electric car, and his rockets work well, so he's allowed to say these things. I hope that he doesn't confuse areas he's not involved in too much." Alright, the two have very different views about artificial intelligence and its increasing effect on the current and future global economy. However, both invest very heavily in AI and its major components in all aspects of their businesses. Okay then, well, I have news for you. The two have reconciled. Why? Because a recent massive deal between Microsoft and SpaceX forced the cute feud to end. Another reason is their shared vision about the environment and climate change. Before I dig in and enlighten you about the deal between SpaceX and Microsoft, a deal that will create significant unprecedented level integrations between the space and technology sectors and probably cause a new space race led by private corporations, I have to tell you that Bill Gates kinda has nothing to do with Microsoft anymore. You see, he was Microsoft's CEO until 2000, chief software architect until 2006, and chairman until 2014. He remained on the board until March of 2020, when he resigned to focus on philanthropy and to serve as an advisor to CEO executive Satya Nadella. Nevertheless, he still owns about 1.4% of the company. Bill Gates is currently worth around $140 billion. Meanwhile, Elon Musk is still at the helms of Tesla, SpaceX, and a few other corporations and is worth about $300 billion, which makes him the richest man on the face of the earth. Let's talk about the big deal. There's a new partnership between SpaceX and Azure Cloud, which is owned by Microsoft, that will enable anyone and everyone everywhere to have access to satellite internet through connecting to the Starlink satellite's grid in space. Let me tell you a little about Starlink. It's part of Musk's SpaceX. It specializes in providing high-speed, low-latency broadband internet across the globe via thousands of orbiting small satellites. There are currently more than 1,800 Starlink internet satellites in orbit. Meanwhile, the company plans to have more than 30,000 in orbit by 2030. One of the main factors behind Musk's motivation to select Microsoft's Azure cloud service is Azure's physical component, which is comprised of more than 200 physical data centers arranged into regions and linked by one of the largest interconnected networks on the planet. Another reason for this marriage is Elon Musk's magnificent innovative future vision for colonizing Mars. You see, the deeper SpaceX goes into space and the more complicated its operations become, the more it will need a robust infrastructure here on Earth. Azure already has and is further developing this infrastructure. Okay, you know what? I'll not stop here because there's another reason, the kind of reason we all care about, and that's the environment. Do you remember how I told you that Bill Gates and Musk care endlessly about the environment? Well, guess what? Microsoft aims to reduce the carbon footprint of its direct operations to zero by 2025. It's also committed to reducing its indirect carbon footprint from its supply chain by 2030 to 50%. Now guess who is in the renewable energy business? Yes, you've guessed it right. It's Elon Musk. Hence, this deal represents a window for further collaboration between the two giants in the area of renewable energy. Here's something else that's also rather interesting. Some observers believe that Bill Gates is trying to influence Elon Musk's stand on artificial intelligence, aka AI. Both Gates and Musk are global leaders in artificial intelligence innovation. Hence, cooperation between the two on the issue is inescapable. But there's a disagreement between the two about how the world should handle the AI invasion of the global jobs market. Here's something Musk said to CNBS. There is a pretty good chance we end up with a universal basic income or something like that due to automation. Yeah, I'm not sure what else one would do. I think that's what would happen. Here is something Bill Gates said while speaking at a Washington-based economic think tank. Within 20 years, a lot of jobs will be replaced by software automation. Software substitution, whether it's for drivers or waiters or nurses, it's progressing. Technology over time will reduce demand for jobs, particularly at a lower end of skill set. 20 years from now, labor demand for lots of skill sets will be substantially lower. I don't think people have that in their mental model. Bill Gates believes that in order for people to maintain dignity and not enter poverty, the tax codes must be revamped to encourage companies to hire employees, including possibly eliminating income and payroll taxes altogether. But Elon Musk believes that a universal basic income is a solution, and there's no problem if AI caused unimaginable unemployment rates, because the unemployed will still get paid at the end of the month. It's safe to say that the observers might be right, and Bill Gates might be gathering the forces, including Elon Musk, for the purpose of pushing forward with this vision for AI and how the world should cope with it. Okay, folks, let's get down to the jobs. Jobs and more jobs. Microsoft globally employs more than 200,000 people directly. It created more than 23,000 jobs last year alone. The number of indirect jobs related to its operations is in the hundreds of thousands. As for Elon Musk's companies, they employ more than 110,000 people directly and a few 100,000 indirectly in their supply chain. Now, to the awesome news. The new deal and the expected future collaborations between Microsoft and Elon Musk's companies will, according to experts and analysts, contribute over the next decade to the creation of hundreds of thousands of new direct jobs and maybe as many as a few million indirect jobs in the supply chain. Okay, let's take a look at all of this from a different angle. You might think that Bill Gates, Microsoft, and Elon Musk will monopolize the future of space technology, deep space infrastructure, and the universal satellite internet. But the truth is far from that, because one of the main driving factors behind this collaboration and synergy is competition. Yes, indeed, there are a few other major corporations in China, the EU, and America itself that are investing billions in the same businesses. The most remarkable and heavyweight competitor is Amazon's Jeff Bezos. Amazon is a remarkable giant. It's branched in more areas of business and innovation than you can imagine. Did you know that up to 30% of its revenues come from its cloud service division? It already even competes with Microsoft's Azure orbital cloud business. And it's been working on a competitor to Starlink called Kuiper. And last but not least, it has a division called Blue Origin, which competes with Musk's SpaceX. This spirit of competition is by nature already leading to the creation of tens of thousands of jobs annually and unprecedented innovation, while it's also putting a serious dent in global inflation. So relax, soon you'll be able to access affordable high-speed satellite internet from anywhere on the face of the planet, and you might as well find yourself using it to book a seat on the next trip to the moon or Mars. Experts, analysts, and even most politicians already agree that the technology sector, combined with the renewable energy and electric vehicle sector, along with the space exploration sector, are becoming the main pillars of the global economy and the driving force that is pushing the human potential into new unexplored areas and spaces here on Earth and in outer space. They are also the natural result of the human collective need to end pollution and tackle climate change issues while living in peace and dignity. These forces are guaranteed to rescue humanity from the darkness of wars, dirty and toxic fuels, economic depressions, and even COVID-19. That's it for this video. Farewell, be cool, stay freaking positive, and if you'd like to stay updated and informed about the latest international economic news topics, hit the subscribe and bell icons. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.